What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JUAN react to everything on my life journey. We got that boy Tommy G again doing some crazy shit inside look of human smuggling, man. This is real crazy. You know, if I just dropped a video of him in the craziest jail in America, y'all go like, comment, subscribe. Always come to my videos to stress and have a good time. Y'all go always tap in, roll to 1K. Help me reach it. Let's get it, man. No cap.
Do you think by smuggling people in that you are harming your community or harming the country?
No, what's the world without Mexicans?
They hire a lot of people that are undocumented. How is that any different than slavery?
Well, section, we call it the cartel land.
On the scales of good and evil, where do you think you are?
I don't think I'm evil at all. I just feel like if I have to do something, I'm gonna do it.
What's something tough you've had to do in this job?
Having to drop off illegals on the side of the road while even being chased or anything it is. They were more scared of getting caught than crashing. ICE is going harder than ever, you feel me? All these mass deportations, a lot of these immigrants are Phoenix, we brought over.
Man, Tommy G be with real criminals, like real deal gangbang. Like this is crazy. They got real just skis on, like just like in the bright daylight, hot as hell. Man, where we at? Hold on, where they at with it?
We used to stash like illegals in here.
When you just see the stash houses and you see individuals living in these horrible conditions,
How much do you think you made in your biggest month ever?
Over 200,000.
Damn. Hey man, ain't put me on. That nigga said 200,000, 200,000. Nah, that's funny as hell, bro. What the fuck? Hell nah, he tripping though. 200,000. I wonder why that nigga got that mask. You know, hey, that money, that dirty money, bro. It don't last nothing. Like it don't last too long at all.
creative to bring people across.
The game will never stop. There's just more ways to do it around them.
Human smuggling across the southern U.S. border is a multi-billion-dollar business controlled by the most dangerous criminal organizations in the Western Hemisphere.
Big
From
ass
2020
fire.
to 2024, millions of people crossed into the U.S. illegally, and this was perhaps the key issue that won Donald Trump his second term in office. Today, we're talking to the people that actually run the routes. We go into the field with two smugglers who have gotten thousands of migrants across the border and have operated under both Biden.
Bro, like this nigga is really making content with real wanted criminals, bro. Like shout out to Tommy G, bro. Like that is nuts. No cap. Like the fact that he just doing this shit, like, nah, that is crazy.
And Trump. These operators break down the economics of the trade, describe what it's like working for Mexican cartels, and we learn how the game has changed since Trump took over. And to get the full picture, we also speak with a Border Patrol agent who has spent 2 decades boots on the ground fighting against illegal immigration. This, folks, is a look inside the business of human smuggling.
Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. Phoenix nice though, I ain't gonna lie. This is one thing though, like everybody grew up different, everybody's situation different. So at the end of the day, even though like these niggas are wanted criminals, you really don't know who they is. Like they still could be good people, but at the same time, it's like some people's situations they gotta find a way. Some people feel like they forced to sell drugs, they forced to smuggle shit, they forced to do that when you really don't, you know? But it's just that quick money. But that quick money will bring you down real quick, no cap.
I'm trying to show you guys deep down what we do. It ain't just for the money. We have both people that come to
Chapo.
I'm from Metro
Chapo, human smuggler.
For legal reasons that occurred while we were editing this video, we had to change this guy's name to Chapo.
What made you choose human smuggling?
That's how you know, like, he's really in that street life. This nigga not even going by his real name in the video. Like, this how deep this stuff get. But I wonder if Tommy just offered him some bread to do the video. They probably he has to, bro. Ain't no way.
Over drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking is something different. That's a harder business to get into.
Do your parents know what you do?
Yep.
What do they think about it?
What?
They think I'm a horrible ass dude. My families grew up a little different. They do things the right way and stuff, you know? And I chose the criminal life.
To prove he was
So his parents even know that he's smuggling drugs, doing all this, and they don't fuck with him no more. So he really, that's the thing. It's the thing, man. You hurting your family too when you doing that, bro. Selling drugs, scamming. That's not the only way to get rich, bro. Like people really be doing this shit, smuggling and on the run, trying to get quick money, bro. You gotta look over your shoulder. Nah, bro. I'd rather be the rich ass internet nerd, whatever y'all want to call me. I don't really give a fuck. I'd rather be that than a nigga that gotta live in fear his whole life because I got 10 million bodies and I'm just blicking niggas, stabbing niggas, just getting in, like that's just dumb, bro. Like I don't know. The streamers, content creators, we all taking over this shit. Like, this is J1 Reacts. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna keep going up.
Legit Chapo showed me his RICO indictment before we filmed together. After seeing it, it became clear that he and Steven were the perfect guys to teach us about this shadow economy. I would love to show the paperwork on screen, but with the legal names of Chapo and his co-conspirators all over it, I have to keep it confidential.
We've been doing this for 10 years now. We've been in this game in and out. We only speak about this because we got already indicted, and I think we're allowed to, you know? We all did federal time. I'm on a 22-person indictment. He's on his own indictment.
Damn, so they still like, so they got in trouble, all types of shit, and they still doing it because they don't give a fuck, man. Some people just, they gotta get it. Everybody gotta get it how they gotta get it, man. If you gotta, bro, that's what I'm saying. This life shit is crazy because you can really do what you want. It's up to you to change your life. It's not up to nobody else, bro. Like that's what you really gotta understand. It ain't up to nobody else to change your life but you. You the only person that can change your life. You did. You know I'm all buttoned up. You already know I'm really on some professional shit, man. But y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
Steven, and I used to do polleros.
What got you into the business?
Living the way I used to live, I didn't have much. You know, my dad was in and out of prison. He's illegal. Going in and out from the country, getting deported, coming back. It was a struggle.
How old were you when your dad got deported?
First time I was about like 5 years old.
How much were these people paid to make the journey?
Off of one, probably 9 through 15 per person.
How much do you think you made in your biggest month ever?
Over 200,000.
And what'd you do with that?
Party, drugs.
What? So you did all this illegal stuff to party, get drugs, cars, clothes, jewelry, all shit that do not really. I mean, you need a car to get an A to B. That's a mandatory. Clothes, you do need clothes. But he getting like all the materialistic shit. You ain't invest the money, bro. You ain't do nothing with it. That's the thing. People that want to go the street route, they get the money and then they blow. You blow it on stupid shit. Like, nah, man. You gotta invest that. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's okay to be the rich ass nigga that's just smart as hell sitting behind a computer, bro. I'm telling y'all, the content shit is the way. I don't need to go out here and put my life in jeopardy when I can make millions on the internet, man. Crazy.
Cars, clothes, jewelry.
You blew it all?
I blew it all.
Blew
make you
it.
happy?
200,000. Blew 200,000, bro. Like, nah, bro. That's a lot of money just to blow for on nothing. Like nothing. So basically you did this shit for nothing.
It made me feel like I was on top of the world. Now, life is totally different, you know? Working a legal job, keeping up, and maintaining my family, you know?
Do you wish you ever saved any of that money?
I wish every day I did.
When you're making 50 grand in one night, did that make looking at a gas station job for 15 bucks an hour pretty hard to do?
Yeah, most definitely. What you're making a night is what you're making a year at a gas station job.
What got you caught doing this?
And that's crazy though, because what he's saying is true though. It's like, damn, but even though it's like not the best way to make the bread, like some people just gotta do what they gotta do. And he just like the freedom. That's what everybody want, financial freedom. Like it's just like everybody got their own path and how they gonna get there.
I got snitched on.
Do a lot of people snitch in this game?
Yeah.
A lot of young guys, how they get caught up is they can't help but flex on social media.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did at one point. We'd be on there flexing 500,000. Sometimes I had boys flexing a mil sometimes.
So had you not flexed on social media, would you have gotten caught, do you think?
No, I would have never gotten caught. At one point, we're
Yeah, because this is what is, man. I don't know. I can't tell through the mask. He probably he look black, but I don't know. But I know for the black people, I know as a culture, once a black person get rich, like everybody expect us to like show it off. Like other black people expect you to show off your wealth. Like nigga, if you don't got no chain, nigga, you can't be rich. Nigga, if you don't got this, you can't do. You know, you don't got the designer. You know, the list go on and on. We're very materialistic, bro. I can speak that from my culture. Like a white person can be rich as hell and not have nothing on, bro. He can have a fucking polo shirt on, just some normal shit on. Nigga got uh, billions in his account, like, and then, but that's what I'm saying. People get this shit misconstrued, bro. I love black people though. Like, we can dress. We don't gotta put on shit. We look rich. Shit, we feel rich. We could put it on. You know how this shit go.
15 to 20 years. All these little dogs out here trying to do it now. Hey, shout out to you guys. It is burnt.
How has Trump changed the game?
Well, ICE is going harder than ever, you feel me? All these mass deportations, a lot of these immigrants in Phoenix, we brought over.
With the mass deportations, does that mean that you have way more clients because you keep recycling through the same ones over and over?
Yeah, I've seen the dudes go back and forth 6 times already. When I used to pick up myself, I have 16 foils in a pickup truck, and we're over here driving through a drive-thru at McDonald's because I feed all my people. Sometimes they come stay the night at my crib, but they didn't have nowhere to go for a few days.
Anything you want to say to Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, if you're listening to this, man, just respect the Mexicans and let them come live here and, help them out.
I
ICE
said
arrested
respect
a
the
criminal
Mexicans.
illegal immigrant from Uzbekistan. He's wanted in his home.
Man, the world is ending. We are in the end times. If you're not getting right with God, bro, you are tweaking, overly geeking, tweaking, nigga. Like, it doesn't even make any sense, bro. We're literally at war, bro. Like, motherfuckers is blowing shit up, bro. You can't even really go nowhere. Like, bro, motherfuckers fearful that a bomb gonna drop on their head and shit, man. This shit is over with. United States is over with, man. So I got the passport. I'm finna get out this bitch. I just don't know where should I go though, bro. All this shit blowing up and shit. The whole world ended and shit.
Country for alleged involvement in a terrorist organization.
A lot of people on the right wing politically are scared that right now coming in illegally are Chinese nationals, Islamic terrorists, are people that want to cause real harm to the country. Do you think there's any realness to their fear?
Yes and no, because you never know who's in your country. It doesn't mean your neighbor can't be a. When do you ever see a Mexican guy shooting up a school?
Oh, he probably Mexican. He keeps saying Mexican, probably Mexican. Then.
Feelings on Trump changed now that he's in office?
No, I mean, he's just doing
Yeah,
his
they
job.
all Mexican, bro. They all Mexican.
To be honest, I mean, he ain't a bad president. It was much easier with Biden in office than it was with Trump, than it is with Trump.
By a lot?
By a lot. Biden's down here, and Trump's up here. We used to see people moving from thousands of heads a week or a month, whatever it is, to now hundreds.
Bro, they literally. It's crazy that they literally
We're driving down the dusty roads.
have to change their voices in the
Arizona
videos too.
towards Tucson, where we're going to be meeting with a former Border Patrol agent who served for 22 years and can give us the insights on human smuggling, drug trafficking, the cartel infighting, and a lot of the information that a lot of us want to learn about. Can you tell people your name and what you've done for your
Yes.
profession?
So my name is Art Del Cueto. I was a Border Patrol agent for almost 22 years.
How has the business of human smuggling changed from when Biden was president to Trump's second term?
I think they have to get more creative to bring people across. During the Biden administration, because the policies were more relaxed, you were able to say asylum, and just the word asylum would release you into the country. Now, under the Trump administration, you can still come across and claim asylum. The difference is now if you claim it, you have to prove that you really have an asylum claim, or you have to wait outside the country until you get the proper documentation to show that you do have a real asylum claim.
Folks, we're looking
That's the thing about the
currently at a
United States, bro. You need documentation for everything. Documentation for this. Bro, this United States going to shit, bro.
Trump presidency where he just gave a State of the Union address with his lowest approval rating yet, while his administration has
Like,
been
we literally have the craziest nigga in office right now. Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like, man, we're not even gonna get into this politics shit. I ain't even finna get into it, but just know. Both our choices wasn't that very great.
Plagued by corruption and cover-up allegations, one thing is undeniable. For those that voted for a secure border, Trump has surely delivered. And because true illegal immigration numbers are impossible to track, the barometer Border Patrol uses to measure border
Thirsty as
activity is
shit.
apprehension, or in other words, how
Shit.
much contact agents are actually making with illegal migrants. And right now, Americans are seeing the lowest amount of border activity than they have seen in decades, meaning those that are in the business of smuggling are having to get scrappier to keep their operation going.
So back then, if you were just a smuggler, you could bring a group of, say, 500 people across this border. And now you bring them across in an area where they know they have a limited amount of agents, limited amount of resources. So now when the agents show up, they have to detain these 500s. And because the station from the reservation in Arizona so far, you
So
have to
when
make
they like
arrangements.
get across the border, like how did what they do? Chase him down? Like, oh, they see, oh, he ran across, like what they do? Like, this shit crazy, man. But like I said, a lot of people have been trying to just come over and they don't be having no citizenship or nothing though. So
To now transport these 500 people 2.5-hour drive away. And that time, now you have agents leaving that area. The cartels that are up on the higher ground in the mountains, they're seeing that and they realize there's no more agents here. So they were taking advantage of bringing drugs like heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl into the United States.
What do you think about ICE investing resources to getting a guy that's been a plumber or a contractor for the last 15 years, spending a lot of resources to get a guy like that out when we already have a shortage of those type of people?
I think it goes back to, if I have a perfect driving record, should I be forced to have car insurance? So do we have to wait for the accident to happen to have somebody that's has some type of liability? So I understand what you're saying. Should we waste our time on that? I don't think we're wasting our time.
Has Trump completely stopped the game?
The game will never stop. There's just more ways to do it around now.
but you gotta understand too, a lot of people also did get rich as hell when Trump first got in the office too. You gotta really just take advantage of what's going on in the world for real. To really get ahead in life, you really gotta peep what's going on around you, bro, and use what you got, like, and use your resources, bro. Because, like, at the end of the day, like I said, bro, when the world really start getting going to shit, bro, like I said, it's the end time. So people got to start stacking up on food. Like, you got to start thinking bigger picture. Start saving your money. Like, you can't just be blowing it on stupid stuff no more. Like, bruh, jobs ain't really hiring no more and shit, bro. AI damn near taking over the jobs and shit. That's what I said, bro. You gotta really find your own lane, bro. You never gonna make it, bro. I promise.
What have you learned about the feds since getting indicted?
The feds worked in a whole different way that you ever thought that I had a guy on my Snapchat pick up on me for 3 years. And next thing you know, he's a cop the entire time.
Wait, a guy that you thought was your runner was a police officer?
Yes.
And he did it for 3 years?
He did it for 3 years. I was on the investigation for 3.5 years.
Folks, this is a high-stake profession. A typical sentence for human trafficking is 2 to 5 years, but an aggressive prosecutor can ask for 10 years per person smuggled. As both these guys I'm interviewing have already done hard time for trafficking, they are acutely aware of the risks that come with this job.
Suddenly police officers come out of nowhere. Hey, you know when you see police officer, nigga, you start feeling nervous and shit. That PTSD come around and shit. Bro, I hate driving and I see police officers, bro. Like, I hate police, bro. Like, that's a whole nother story.
What the fuck is going on?
All these people on the buses, police transport. See a lot of people.
Oh, the vice president.
Oh, yeah.
He's speaking today. That's the vice president is right up here somewhere.
Yeah.
So for context, folks, TPUSA is having an event, and JD Vance is the final keynote. So how long did you guys serve?
I did a total of 5 years. I was 18 in my first charge. In 6 months, my lawyer got me out on pretrial. I did a year of house arrest waiting for my piece. And then I did, they hit me with 20 something months and I served 18 months out of that. While I was going on with my indictment, I almost lost my mom in a car accident.
Damn.
While on house arrest.
Damn.
I also feel like God has things to do with it, you know? I don't think it's just the feds, you know?
Yeah, but God got something to do with everything in your life, but at the same time, we do got free will. So sometimes we can put ourselves in situations that we really shouldn't be into. So I mean, you can't just all say, "Oh, this is going on because of God, bro." It's like God will warn you and give you discernment before you make decisions, bro.
I think it's just
You
meant to
gotta
go that
just
way. I
listen
feel
to
like it's a
him.
second chance. This is a little section. They call this a little cartel land. Mexico. Majority of our oils come from here. It's just like one of the main streets. I don't want to say too much where it, you know what I mean? Because it's dealt with a couple house battles here, you know? It's something different. Is this literally on
There's a cop right there. There's a cop to the left.
Huh?
Right there.
Yeah, let's go down there, go. And see, it's all hot now, right?
That looks like an undercover in there right there, too.
Yeah.
A lot of these trailers right now are probably abandoned. Maybe they have people in it. They can say they're for sale. They're already been sold. We used to stash like illegals in here. Like, have some homeless people living in here. All like this, about like 12 photos in here. Like, let's say, there's people like in my past. I've had a couple people that have been like, oh, I'm too legal to, because I need to go.
And man, like, comment, subscribe.
Stash them in a response like this for like, yeah, you think a little bit of food or whatnot, water, make sure that they got gallons of water. And we make sure that it's like, they're fed. We come feed them 4 or 5 times a day. They've been walking for 7 days. Like a week, 2 weeks.
When illegal immigrants make it across the border successfully, they may end up in a safe house that looks like this, but not all border crossings turn out well. In fact, the process of human smuggling can be quite dangerous and even end in death. Just look at the summer of 2022 incident in San Antonio where 53 people died of heat exposure while trapped in a metal trailer, or this 2025 case off the coast of San Diego where 4 migrants drowned to death when their boat flipped over, and the list goes on. Dying in the desert, coyotes leaving them locked in trunks. Even recently, a smuggler showed me a situation where one of his pollos got stuck in barbed wire trying to cross.
Damn.
All this to say, illegal or not, the people that try and come to the United States risk a lot to do so.
We hydrate them, we feed them, we respect them. You know, as long as they respect us, our biggest thing was take care of the pollos when you have them. Because you don't know where the next destination is. They could be walking the streets for months at a time looking for a job and then barely get on their feet, you know?
And that's one thing. That's why people go this route, because it's like applying for jobs, waiting on a job, man. You might not even get a job. Like some people are tired of working. A lot of people say Gen Z is they're lazy, we don't want to work and all that other shit. Nah, that's not the case. It's just so much free money out here. Ain't nobody trying to work their job, bro. Unless your job is your real passion and your purpose, then I guess. I mean, but I never heard of nobody be like, yeah, bro, I work for like a corporate company and just be like ecstatic. Like I don't, man. I feel like the people that had the most happiness and joy in their life is when they like it from within. Like, you know, you build your own shit up.
Do you think by smuggling people in that you are harming your community or harming the country?
Now, what's the world without Mexicans? They pick our vegetables, landscaping, they keep our community good, clean. You know, a lot of them are construction workers. What are we gonna do when the houses stop getting built? America without Mexicans is gonna be a one-sided country.
Do you ever smuggle Chinese people, Afghanis, Somalians, other cultures?
I see a lot of different people, man. I've seen a lot of people come from China. I've seen a lot of people come from Japan. I've seen a lot of Muslims, you know. You don't know if they're terrorists. You don't know any of that.
It's like, I ain't gonna lie though, they helping, but it's like, bro, look how many people that is that he's just smuggling. They like coming out fucking holes and shit. Like, bro, what? What is this, bro? What is this? Hold on, bro. What the fuck?
Good, clean, you know. A lot of them are construction workers. What are we gonna do when the houses stop getting built? America without Mexicans is gonna be a one-sided country.
Do you ever smuggle Chinese people, Afghanis, Somalians, other cultures?
I see a lot of different people, man. I seen a
Look
lot
at
of
this.
people
Look
come
at this.
from
Hold
China.
on.
I seen a lot of people
Like,
come
look,
from
they just in the
Japan. I
middle
seen a lot
of like,
Muslims.
look, they just coming from where the fuck they come from? Man, it's wild.
You know, you don't know if they're terrorists. You don't know any of that. Sometimes I would turn them down and be like, nah, bro, I can't have you in my car.
So it's really people from all over the world that we're seeing cross into our nation's borders, especially out here on the southern border.
When you look at the data, one major trend emerges. The southern border has gone global. For decades, when Americans thought of border crossings, we've pictured migrants coming from places like Mexico, Honduras, and El Salvador. But in the last few years, we have seen an unprecedented number of people arriving from the other side of the planet. In a single year, U.S. Customs and Border Protection recorded nearly 100,000 encounters with Indian nationals, 37,000 apprehensions of Chinese migrants, and thousands of people coming from the African continent.
Damn, look at that, man. People falling over each other, tripping and shit, assholes out and shit. Like, just to survive. Like, man. That's why you can't take your life for granted. Once you get the opportunity, man, just take the risk and just do it.
So from a logistics standpoint, this demonstrates how Mexican cartels have built a highly complex worldwide trafficking business.
People don't take the time to analyze what is good and what's not good for the country. Because I'm Hispanic and I have family members that have come to this country legally. There's a legal pathway. Is it difficult? By all means, it's very, very difficult. But you would run into people and they tell you, yeah, I'm waiting on my status. It's just that I don't have the money to.
And it's the thing, though. See, that's why they wearing masks. But I don't know, man. Like, this shit, they really getting, like, this interview is crazy.
To completely fill out the paperwork. Well, those same people that would say, I'm waiting on my status, I don't have the money to complete the paperwork, you know, they're driving around with nice cars and they're putting wheels on their car and they're putting, you know, systems in their car. And I'm thinking, maybe you shouldn't be spending your money on that and start saving your money for the status. And they say, well, I haven't been caught yet, or whenever I get caught, or yeah, I know it's a problem. But they don't take the steps to fix it. And those are a lot of the individuals that are being arrested.
That's wild.
It's a different type of game. You gotta have some heart into it. And some of the time you can't have a heart.
What's a moment where you just say, I can't have a heart right now?
A moment is when someone's so thirsty, but they haven't paid. I want to get you right, but you haven't paid me. How do I know I'm gonna get paid for bringing you across? That's like when I have to say, no, I can't do it. I'm gonna drop you off and go about your way. Sorry, homie. You know? And that's kind of the times where I'm like, I should just buy them a water. But like, you haven't paid, so why am I gonna sit there and take care of you if you haven't took care of me? So like, if their families don't pay, you hold them. But you know, you just hold them there. Like, they'll live there, they eat there, whatever. If it takes too long.
That's wild. And that's the thing. They getting smuggled and they still like, what's the, man? Oh, shit. I'm into the desk. Y'all good. But nah, no cap. They getting smuggled, all types of shit. But it's like, if you don't got no bread, what's the point, man? Like, people still, they coming over here poor. Like, if you gonna get smuggled over here, at least have the money to pay to, you know?
Spot where you can boom, bring somebody here for a couple, you know what I mean, a couple hours. Let's say you're getting chased or something, boom. Hold up, boom, kick it here, whatever, boom. Jump in and you back in the high school kids, live in action. Love it. Shout out to like I said, he was the one that taught me to have a heart in this game. So I was real heartless as like young. You know, they don't want to pay, drop them off on the side of the road, figure your way up to Phoenix. And he would always yell at me, oh, Bob, just take him, just take him, just take him. You know, you gotta, you know, these people are trying to get across.
On the scales of good and evil, where do you think you are?
I don't think I'm evil at all. I just feel like if I have to do something, I'm gonna do it.
What's something tough you've had to do in this job?
And that be one of the things that be people downfall. They think they gotta do certain stuff. Like, I'm not an evil person, but if I gotta do something, I gotta do it, even if that's an evil action. So, like I said, a lot of people who be in these situations in the street life, they could be good ass people, bro, but it's like they feel like their hand is forced. They gotta do what they gotta do to get out their situation.
Having to drop off illegals on the side of the road while even being chased or anything it is.
When you do a high-speed chase with illegals in the back, how scared were they?
They were more scared of getting caught than crashing. Someone was laying in this bathtub.
Yeah, because they got sent their ass
just be, like we used to
right
tell
back.
The boys,
Send them back.
think back about it. They got a little bathroom to come, you know, handle the business in. Definitely some old clothes, you know, like stuff like this. It's like, it's always a little sign, you know, someone's been in here. You know, someone was definitely stashed.
So no doubt about it, this was a stash house.
Yeah, this was definitely used at one point. I mean, I can say I used this house before. Sometimes the stash houses, you gotta, if you know the game, you gotta stash them in there sometimes for a week, sometimes even months, 3 days, 4 days. This is like a quick, like, okay, boom, like, we're like, let's say a day, you know?
So how often would you have to switch vehicles in this game?
You know, sometimes we'll just take a risk, be like, just take the same car, use it within the same week about 4 to 5 times. And then they got
That's
cameras
crazy.
there.
This shit really be planned out and calculated, dog, because this is like this illegal. This super duper illegal, man. Like, man, they could really get cooked.
On like near the checkpoints, they'll read license plates. Cameras, they match your plate. Like, they, like, let's say they put us over together one time. They're like, this car's been through here about 6, 7 times this week. Like, what's going on?
So do you guys have to go no license plates now?
So sometimes you switch license plate off of another car that's the same type of car. We used to buy burners, that's what we call them. Like cars, we'll buy them off the marketplace. 2,000, 3,000, okay, boom, use that, and then later on either sell it or let's say somebody got in a high-speed chase. That's what we used to do. We used to leave them there and then just dip out.
To the people that you
Damn.
bring over, what was their common reason for coming here, do you think?
When I first picked up, I was like 14. I got to know a couple illegal immigrants inside the car, talking to them, you know, hearing them pray in the bag, crying. They can't wait to see their kids. And think about it, I'm 14, 15 years old, bringing illegals that are...
And that's what I'm saying. Some people just already be in that lifestyle because they people around him. So he ain't like this dude, 14, 15, bro. You supposed to be, in high school, bro? You supposed to be, man, you supposed to be doing other shit, bro. You smuggling people. Like, come on, bro. Like, motherfuckers, man.
around like 35 years old, 20, in their 20s, and then, you know what I mean, 30s.
Do you think they were surprised when they crossed the border and a 14-year-old is waiting to pick them up?
Yeah, they were surprised. They would always be surprised. They'll even cry to me sometimes. They'd cry sometimes and sit there like, what am I doing? I'm not gonna lie, a couple times I shed a couple tears. You know, I sat down and realized this was probably what my dad went through.
Like, does the gang control this area or does the cartel control this area?
Nah, this is more in the city. Like, you got gangs, you know what I mean? And you got some people that work for the cartel and everything, you feel me?
Tell me about the Chapitos.
They're good people, and, you know, I like them a lot. That's who we move work for. They're well respectful.
So how has the battle between the El Mayo faction and Chapito faction impacted your business?
It slowed down work for a little bit, because, you know, the wars in Mexico definitely...
Man, they been blowing shit up in Mexico.
Because you got one organization worrying about more drugs than human smuggling, and then you got human smuggling. Some people worrying about human smuggling more than the drugs. It just matters where the money's at in the organization.
When you just see the stash houses and you see individuals living in these horrible conditions, that alone is something. They're involved in every single aspect of smuggling, not just drugs, but human smuggling as well. Sometimes if you hear about some kind of killing that has happened, you don't know who's involved, but you know, you pretty much can figure it out. The state of Sinaloa themselves, they've been at war for over a year. There's individuals there in the city of Culiacan, which is the capital of Sinaloa. The people and the civilians that work there, they can't go out to the street from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
As we were editing this video, big news broke in Mexico. Ruthless
Cartel, oh yeah, I seen this on the news. Drug lord death, what it means for drugs and violence in Chicago. Yeah, bro, they offer like $1 billion to grab this. He one of the richest men in the world, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's impressive that this nigga been just roaming around free.
Cartel boss El Mencho was killed in a massive raid that was carried out by the Mexican army and had the help of U.S. intelligence. This came after months of intense pressure from the Trump administration, who threatened to hit Mexico with additional tariffs if they did not get more aggressive with their war on the cartels. Within hours of El Mencho's death, cartel members torched vehicles, blocked highways, and killed over 24 Mexican National Guards.
Damn.
It is still too early to tell how this will impact.
Yeah, they tweet. They like, what? He got killed? Oh, yeah, they just start doing anything.
Mexico long term, but the immediate fear is that El Mencho's death will create a vicious spike in violence.
Hell yeah.
You guys call these bandos?
These are abandoned houses, just regular bundles. We use them as a little stash spot for a few days. It's whatever, you know, get a few people in. Even if we have a super packed car, We'll go up in here, run up in there, make sure it's clear, and have all the boils dip inside, hide them out for a few days, and go from there.
Do you think this has barbed wire around it because it's been used as a stash spot so much?
Yeah, the cops probably blocked it off. Probably it's a known little stash spot for us. You know, the cops would be all over us, man. They'd be bothering us, shit out here.
How many stash spots do you gotta have to make your business smooth?
Multiple. I say more than 10.
So when I look around here, I see buildings like this. There's abandoned houses around here. To me, it says there's a lot of tough economic times in this city.
Yes, there is. And a lot of our communities depend on the human smuggling because it's either human smuggling or drugs. And, you know, it goes both ways. You gotta make money somehow. If you don't have a 9 to 5, you gotta make money somehow.
If a young guy
Yep, you don't got a 9 to 5. You gotta make money somehow. And some people, like I said, they might start a business. Some people get real estate. Some people invest in stocks and crypto. Some people, you know, clothing brands, YouTube channels. You know, bro, it's so much ways to make money. Drop shipping, it's so much ways to make money. But you know, some people like to take this route, man.
gonna get a job
Yeah,
right
I don't
now,
want
are
to
there a
live
lot of
like
places
that
hiring?
though. Looking over my shoulder, I can't do
It's
that.
hard. Like, yeah, there's a lot of places hiring, but it's a tough situation. It's tough.
Because it's low pay.
Low pay,
and
no hours. Like, ain't nobody trying to work no fucking job. That's why these niggas is human smuggling and getting 200,000. Bro, they making bankroll. Yeah, it's good until you get caught though. That's the only thing about it. You feel me?
Get paid $1,000 for 2 weeks of work. When you can go out and make double that. Oh God.
So what is the state of the union right now in the business of human smuggling?
Look, it's still prevalent. They're still bringing individuals across. I think they're just what they're doing is they're being more creative of it because there is more law enforcement out here. But look, when you start looking at the numbers, they've dwindled down to nothing. And I think more importantly, the people that are crossing, they're actually facing consequences.
One of the smugglers we talked to said that in a strange way, business is good because they've seen the same customer 5 or 6 times in the last few years because they get sent back. Well, they get paid to bring them back over again.
Yeah, they're charging the same amount of money. Look, this is the difference between the human smuggling throughout the different times. Many times the human smuggling organizations that work directly with the drug cartels, they would charge people a certain amount of money to bring them into the United States, and they would guarantee you somewhere in the interior. Now, the money that they would charge would pay for the cost of the smuggling. They would pay for the cost of buying them food because you got to feed the product you're crossing. It would also pay for putting them in a stash house until they're able to bring them further in the United States. Under the Biden administration, they were able to charge the same amount of money, but they didn't have to do all that extra expenditure. The people that are protesting against ICE, against deportations, they don't want these people deported because they want them to be here because they enjoy the modern day slavery, because that's what it is. It's modern day slavery. If you go to areas down in the South, and I'm very familiar because I travel a lot, I've gone down to North Carolina, there's areas
Hey,
in North Carolina.
shout out NC, North Carolina is a vibe. I got family out there, man. I love North Carolina.
I know. In the fields, like the cotton fields, the tobacco
Niggas riding around in
fields,
the
where they hire a
cornfields.
lot of people that are undocumented, and they're living in kind of bunk houses, all of them crammed up together. And then in the weekend, they put them on a truck or a bus, they take them down to Walmart so they can get whatever they need, and then they drive them back to the farm so they can be there the whole time. How is that any different than slavery?
Oh, we do it that way. Because how do we get our fruits inside our stores? We pick them. You know, they supply for us and we supply for them. It's mutual respect thing.
Did you meet people that actually try to do it legally but couldn't, so that's why they turned to you?
All the time. I used to see it all the time, and when I used to see it, it used to break my heart because I'm like, damn, like you were trying to do it legal, but it was just so hard. It's a process, man. Like it's really a process. It's not
Yeah,
just one
you trying to get your man all this government shit. That's why it takes so long to get your damn passport. All this stuff takes so long. That's why people just be like, "Effing, I ain't waiting. I can't stay where I'm at, bro. I gotta just come to America."
step. Oh, I'm there. I don't know if you ever heard in prison too, like when we did time, there'll be people waiting there and they won't even sign their deportation papers, and they'll sit there for years hoping that the government will let them stay here.
One of the big criticisms of illegal immigrants is that financially they are a drain on the economy. They take food stamps, they take housing resources from American citizens, they use up medical resources when they go to the hospital, and then we have to pay the bill for them. What do you think about that?
I think everybody deserves a fair chance. You see, some people out here that have jobs and they're getting food stamps. So why can't we help other people that need help? Everybody needs a little push sometimes. You know? There's so much money in this world that it can be shared between everybody.
Folks, to be fair, the math
That's
on
fact.
whether illegal immigrants are an economic drain or not is fiercely debated. Right-wingers will point to the estimated 150
Yeah, they
billion
had that gate up. The Federation of American Immigration Reform has done a great job. Studies suggest the estimate is 150 billion.
illegals cost annually in social programs, housing, and medical care, and left-wingers will point to the billions illegals contribute, which some estimates say that illegals pay nearly 100 billion annually between federal, state, and local taxes. On top of that, there's the value in all the jobs they complete, jobs that many legal citizens simply would not do. Needless to say, whether they are a positive or negative addition to the country depends on how you look at the numbers and how you view illegal immigration. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Fellas, appreciate getting your story. Good meeting you.
I was meeting you.
Everyone watching, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Man, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Road to 1K. Help me get there. Tap in with y'all in the next video. You did.